streaming live. Full Velocity TV begins now.
Well, somebody's out there somewhere shining bright like a diamond, but then you have Full Velocity TV. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Lanier National Speedway. It is item number 2, race number 2 of Friday Night Lights. We come out to Lanier with the guys over at the Addicts Racing League 360 Sprint Car Series here live on Full Velocity TV. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the show here live. Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch TV. Phil Lacasse here. And once again, reconvened by my good buddy and broadcast partner, Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton, back with us on the controls. Todd, I didn't throw you under the bus like you would do me if I wasn't here, but we missed you here earlier on for the 305 Rocky Top Sprint Car Series. You missed a good one there, but we come over here for 360 Sprint Cars, something right in your wheelhouse, and back here at Lanier, which a racetrack that's brought us so many great races over the year. I'm sure you're itching ready to go for this one.
Definitely ready to go here. You're here for your Friday Night Fever here this evening. Cannot wait to be a part here of Addicts Racing once again. 360 sprint cars on the docket here tonight at Lanier Speedway. And Phil, qualifying going up on the board right now. Quick time 12.026. 12.026 is quick time right now by the number 72 machine of Kyle Maroon in the number 72. So a little bit slower than what we've seen in practice. I know you were saying we were seeing an 11-second practice lap there, 11.9, maybe even a little bit quicker in practice. Track's starting to wear in, though.
Certainly is. Only one driver got under that 12-second bracket. Robert Satterfield clocked in practice 11.918, which was absolutely screaming here at Lanier. But you said quick time. Kyle Moon in there in car number 72, 12.025. Aiden Purdue at 12.038, currently second quick. Logan Rumsey, 12.062. Keith Jackson at 12.077. And James Grace, the 269 car, 12.094. You look at Todd, the top 7 all in the zeros. You got a whole cast of guys down in the 20s and with 12.1s, 12.2s. What a very balanced, even field we got here. And you find all the way back there about 10th. Quick time, Robert Satterfield in practice at 11.918. Robert only clocked in with like 12.122. So racetrack definitely wearing in. He was almost 2/10 slower than his awesome lap he put up there in practice.
Yeah, and it goes to show you what type of setup these guys may have, maybe building on something like a racing setup, though, and that's where that guy is going to be definitely fast here tonight. Satterfield really, really quick normally when we see him out here on Full Velocity TV, so look for him. There's some other heavy hitters throughout the field here. Don't count out Logan Rumsey out there. I see him out there chatting, waiting for the qualifying sessions, heat racing, about ready to get underway. His qualifying bell ticks and it tones, and we're ready to go to heat racing action, Phil.
Certainly are. Heat race number 1 about to take to the racetrack, and let's take it through the field. What do you say here? First of what I think is going to be 3 heat races on the docket here. So first one coming to grid will go away like this on the pole. Tonight's quick qualifier, car number 72, Kyle Moonen. Alongside of him in the number 4, that is Keith Jackson. In row number 2 on the inside, the number 714 of Brennan Lacey. The 56 car alongside is David Flick. In row number 3 in car number 199, Sean Bowers rolls off on position number 5, and alongside the 28 car is Dylan Hutchison. In row number 4, we find the number 67 car of Brandon Ego and the number 515 of Chris Cox alongside. And scheduled to go shotgun on the field will be car number 15, Carter Chevalier. aboard car 15 rolls off 9th. So that is a pretty good field of race cars here for the Sim Addicts. Lanier National Speedway, Brazelton, Georgia, 3A Smile Todd, locked and loaded, ready to rock. 8 laps going to be the distance. Top 3 will automatically transfer on into our feature event. So at just over 12 seconds a lap, these 8 laps are going to go by like a blink. So if you're out there watching, I wouldn't go anywhere because the action's going to be coming at you in mere seconds from now.
And like you said, mere seconds from now. I hope you grabbed your favorite beverage here this evening and waiting and sitting down here to watch Full Velocity TV once again here. The second build here tonight. This time, Sim Addicts racing 360 sprint cars, a little bit different from the 305s earlier. We're about ready to go. Green flag off of turn number 4, heat racing action. Green flags in the end. We're racing down the front straightaway into turn number 1.
Into turn number 1, taking the lead of the race. Kyle Moden aboard that 72 car. Keith Jackson, the 4 car. He'll slide into second. Brendan Lacey in that number 714 car. He'll roll in for third up front. Moonen's number 72 looking good, but Keith Jackson's 4 car making it dance up high. He's letting it eat. Put Keith Jackson out. Todd looks like now up to the race lead over Kyle Moonen. Lacey in for third. David Flick. Stephen Bowers, your current top 5, 3 laps in.
Right now, like you said, the number 4, Keith Jackson, leading the way here. The 714 getting a little out of shape. That's Brendan Lacey aboard the 714. Right there in front of the number 56 of David Flick. Flick going to have to check up and lose much track position there. About 3 to 4 car lengths now, even now up to 10 car lengths now for David Flick, who is running 4th. Dylan Hutchinson on the move. And that number 28 machine, he is up to that 5th spot.
Sure is. And you got to think, Todd, 8 laps distance, 12 seconds a lap. You lift it all, you're losing precious time here as these guys are all out, balls to the wall here tonight in Lanier National Speedway. Keith Jackson leading Kyle Moonen. Third in that final transfer is Brendan Lacey in the 714. David Flick up to 4th, and Dylan Hutchinson coming there from deep in the field, top of 28 car. He's cracked the top 5. The only issue is with 2 laps remaining here in heat race number 1, all the top 3 are going to transfer on to the main.
Just the top 3 transferring on to the main. They're going to come off of turn number 4, get white silk, white flag in the air. One more trip around Lanier, and it's been Keith Jackson here in the number 4 machine. Second, Kyle Moonen, and then that number 72 machine, the 714 of Brendan Lacey is the final transfer spot. But off of turn number 4, picking up heat race number 1 is going to be the number 4 of Keith Jackson, Kyle Moonen, and Brendan Lacey. Round out your 3 cars that will make it to the feature event here in the heat race number 1.
Yeah, and that one went as fast as I thought it would. Heat race number 2 already starting to take its shape out to the racetrack. So here is how heat number 2 will come to post. On the pole was the number 37 car of Aiden Purdue. And alongside of him in the 269 is James Grace. In the second row, we find the 128 on the inside, Robert Satterfield. And parked next door to him aboard car number 49, that is Jeffrey Herrick. In our third row, the number 01 starts off next. That is Christopher Miller. And alongside of him in the number 30 car, that's Chevy Coleman. Fourth row, we find the number 25 of Jack Clevenger, the number 23 car of Jonathan Smith. He'll roll off there for that final position number 8. So we made the call for 8. I think, Todd, I count 8 to the racetrack. Color me wrong if I'm wrong, but I think I see all 8.
Yeah, all 8 out on the field here, so we're going to see some racing action here. Again, only 3 cars transferring to the A main. Then we're going to play a little bit of alphabet soup here. Sim Racing Addicts. Lanier Speedway cannot wait for heat race number 2. Let's see if these guys can do a little bit more side-by-side racing here in heat race number 2. Heat race number 1, it looked like the number 4 machine just ran away and hid here. So let's see what these guys are able to do here in heat race number 2. They're down the back straight away. Like you said, Aiden Purdue and James Grace aboard that 269 machine. And we've had some awful puns for that number 269 here, Phil, on Full Velocity TV. So hopefully we get that righted here. Already starting out of turn number 3, green flag already in the air here for the number 37 of Aiden Purdue, leading the charge down into turn number 1. Down to the bottom side, it is Robert Satterfield in that 138 machine. He is making quick work on the bottom side, trying to get around James Grace in that 269.
He sure is. And keep in mind, Robert was the only car to clock the 11-second bracket there in practice, alongside James Grace there battling for that second spot. But up front, it is right where you left off there with the race lead car number 37, Aiden Purdue. And then that good race going on the bottom, Satterfield's 128, James Grace up high. Those 2 in the transfer spot, Jeffrey Herrick, Jonathan Smith already up to 5th. They're on the outside looking in, but anybody's race. Good battle for second on back off of 4.
Fantastic battle going on for second, third, and fourth position right now, Phil. Is Herrick in the number 49 machine trying to make something happen there on the top shelf of the Speedway as he's trying to get around the number 269 of James Grace right now, holding on to that final transfer spot there. That is that third position, but now down to the bottom here. He's not happy. He does not want to be on the bubble. That's not where you want to be sitting here as he peeks down to the inside of the 128 to Robert Satterfield, not able to pull off the pass.
No, he's not, but those guys have a little bit of a gap between themselves and fourth place running Jeffrey Herrick in the 49. So if these guys can stay in formation as next time by, they will get white flag on the field. One more trip around the 3/8 mile. 437 car of Aiden Purdue, Robert Satterfield second, and James Grace currently running third off the corner. White flag going to go in the air one more time around here at the 3/8 mile on the back chute into 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag in the air for heat race number 2. Give it to Aiden Purdue at the line. Satterfield going to come in for second. James Grace going to grab a transfer spot third. Jeffrey Herrick, Jonathan Smith, Jack Clevenger, Christopher Miller, and Chevy Coleman going to be your 8-car field. Those 5 will not make it here out of their heat race to the A-main, but as we said, Todd, they'll have another chance through Alphabet Soup coming up here in just a brief couple of moments as we have already hit our third and final heat race of the night. So I'll throw it over to you. If you got our starting lineup, you can take us through.
And your starting lineup for heat race number 3. Starting on the pole, driving the number 41, that's Logan Rumsey. His Jason Parnell outside, driving the 115, won many times here already on Full Velocity TV. Eric Chupper aboard that 115 machine. Starting next row back, rolling off in that third starting position, driving the number 39, that's Julia Inman in the number 39, and Seth Cheney rolls off in that fourth spot in the number 99 machine. Next row back, rolling off in fifth. That's the driver of the number 74. That's Scotty Edwards. Edwards aboard the number 74. And rolling off in the sixth position, that's the Tennessee Tumbler himself, the number 17 of Brett Rolls. Rolls aboard the number 17. Final row here for heat race number 3 as we get ready to race here. We're looking at is Aaron Leitzel aboard the number 12 machine and Bill Cobb outside of him in the number 47 machine.
So there you have it. 8 more drivers. Top 3 will advance their way in. Todd, through 3 heat races, I counted 8, 8, and 9. Well, if that's my math, I think I count 25 cars here. Guess an outside shot. These guys all make the main event. We'll have to see what we see through Alphabet Soup. If we're going to play somewhere, we start all 25. That's up for us to decide. We're just here to take you along for the ride, and that's what we're going to do here live with Full Velocity TV. Off of turn number 4, Logan Rumsey going to lay in that throttle pedal. Green flag goes in the air, and Rumsey off the pole position. Todd shoots right to the high side of the racetrack, leaving Eric Tupper to fend for himself. He's got Julian Inman's 39 car looking to the low side, racing for that second spot, and now side by side for third as Inman slips up. Here comes Seth Cheney's 99 up high.
Yeah, Cheney trying to fight up there as Eric Tupper touches the wall there. A little bit of contact, gathers it back up. Almost a big wreck over there in turn number 3 and 4. But Tupper holding on to the second spot. Third now is Cheney aboard the number 99 machine. He's looking down to the bottom, side by side through the turn here. Tupper on the top shelf of the Speedway, the 99 on the bottom of Cheney, trying to make something happen, but Tupper going to pull away. Looks like the high groove is where it's at right now, Phil.
Yeah, it certainly does. In high groove, nobody using it better right now. The Logan Rumsey, Tupper in for second. Seth Cheney there, that number 99 car running in third. Julian Inman fourth to 39. Scotty Edwards up there making up your top 5. Look at Logan Rumsey just drive away. Tupper and Cheney there got a little battle going on for second, Todd, but they're sitting comfortably in transfer spots as next time by already. We're going to get 2 to go from the starter stand.
Yeah, these guys lightning fast here at Lanier Speedway here tonight. Like you said, Phil, about 12-second flat laps. These guys running 12.5s right now, so the track's starting to wear out just a tad bit. Rumsey up on the top shelf of the Speedway as he gets white flag here this time by the number 41 machine as he comes back to that start-finish line. Tupper still running in that second position. Looks like Tupper's starting to run him down in just a tad bit. The 115, I think he's just going to run out of time, though. Rumsey down into turn number 3 for the final time. And off of turn number 4, picking up heat race number 3, it's going to be Logan Rumsey, Eric Tupper, and Seth Cheney in the number 99 going to make your A-main there. And the rest are going to the Alphabet Soup, Phil.
Yeah, we'll have to see what the Alphabet Soup looks like, if they make that concoction tonight or whatever happens here as we move along in the show here on Full Velocity TV. Looks like we're going to move our way into the C-main. So C-Main, oh, yeah, it is C-Main racing action there, Todd. 12 laps to distance. 5 cars out of the C will advance on into the B. So let's take it through the lineup here for our C-Main. Is clicking over here through my lineup sheet. On the pole is going to be car number 67 of Brandon Ego with the number 25 of Jack Clevenger alongside. In order 2, car number 12 is Aaron Leitzel. The 515 is Chris Cox. In our third row, we find the 01 of Christopher Miller. The 17 car of Brett rolls off 6. Sean Bowers aboard car number 199 rolls off in position 7 with the number 30 car of Chevy Coleman beginning in 8th. In the last row, we find the 47 car of Bill Cobb and the 15 car Carter Chevalier rolling out our field. So 10 cars out there for 12 laps. The big number to watch here, Todd, top 5 transfer on into the B. So could be a last chance we see some of these guys here tonight. So half of this field is going to be eliminated. The other half, well, they're going to have to race on through their life into the B main.
Definitely going to be interesting. There's some guys that we're familiar with here on Full Velocity TV. There's also some guys we are not familiar with. All in, one of the sponsors here for the Addicts Racing aboard the number 25 machine of Clevenger. That's Jack Clevenger aboard the number 25. So he is one of the got the sponsors' colors here, also driven on that machine, and that number 25 machine, Aaron Leitzel. We've used to seeing him too over at Har Motorsports. So a lot of heavy hitters. Brett Rolls and in a C main. Who would have thought the number 17 of Brett Rolls would make it to a C main at least? Here you think you'd be to an A main. iRacing.com pace truck down to pit road here. We're lighting the wick, lighting the fire off of turn number 4. Green flags in the end. We're racing here with a C main.
C main off into turn number 1, and just like that, your pole sitter. That number 67 car, Brandon Ego out to the lead. Clevenger in for 2. Leitzel, they're going to look to the inside for the third spot. Good race down the front chute there as now they race for the lead off into turn number 1. One car has gone around. It's Aaron Leitzel's machine, so his night may have ended in a cloud of smoke there, Todd, as Ego leads Clevenger, and Chris Cox now up to the third spot.
Yeah, Chris Cox running in that third spot in the number 515 machine. Jack Clevenger exchanging slide jobs with the number 67 of Brandon Ego. He's doing a fantastic job, though. These guys racing hot and heavy here, but Brandon now in that second spot, coming under fire from Chris Cox in that 515 machine. Oh, sideways! Oh, and upside down, and almost on his lid, the 515 machine of Cox. He goes around from qualifying to not qualifying spot for Chris Cox.
Yeah, well, that's a tough break for Chris as he's going to lose all those spots. Put Christopher Miller now up to second. Brandon Ego third. Sean Bowers fourth. And Chevy Coleman's going to break the top 5. And that is where you want to be. Brett Rolls, Bill Cobb, Aaron Leitzel, those guys currently on the outside looking in. So 9 took the green flag here, Todd. Only top 5 transfer. Jack Clevenger is laying waste to the field. 7 laps on the board of 12. We're already past halfway home and approaching the last part of this race. Clevenger starting to drive away.
Clevenger in that 25 machine doing a fantastic job. Was able to get around the 515 machine with no wing on that machine. That's going to make that 360 hard to handle there as the 515 and Chris Cox went for a ride there. Was able to get back out. Aaron Leitzel getting down and out of the way. Nice respect by that number 12 machine. The 25 running away, almost 2-second advantage over Christopher Miller aboard that 01 machine. Brandon running in that third spot. Sean Bowers and Chevy Coleman round out your top 5 right now. Nobody's really challenging Coleman there for the 5th and final transfer position. Brett Rolls quite a ways back, but he's also missing his front wing too on that number 17 machine.
Yeah, it sure is. As long as these 5 cars up front do it incident-free over these final 2 laps, they'll advance their way on into the B main coming up here next. But Jack Clevenger leading this field off of turn number 4. Next time we'll see the white flag on the field one more time around for car 25 to advance his way out of the C main. Christopher Miller there comfortably in second. Third, you find Brandon Ego, Sean Bowers fourth, Chevy Coleman, your top 5. Those guys look to advance out off of 4. Give the C main to Jack Clevenger. Miller in for 2. Ego going to finish up third. Bowers for 4th. Chevy Coleman going to grab your final transfer spot in 5th. Guys like Brett Rolls, Bill Cobb, Chris Cox, Aaron Leitzel, Todd. Their night's going to be done here in the C main, and that's some pretty dang good race car drivers. Their nights end early, so we're through the C. We know the 5 to advance in, but there's a couple more guys there waiting for them. A field of 11 scheduled to go out for our 12-lap B main.
Like you said, a field of 11 here, scheduled here for the B main, starting on the pole, driving the number 56 machine That is going to be David Flick. His dad's a part of the outside, driving the number 49. That's Jeffrey Herrick in the number 49 machine. Next row back, rolling off in the third position is the 39 of Julian Inman in the number 39 machine. Dylan Hutchinson aboard the number 28 is going to roll off fourth. Rolling off in the fifth position, that's the number 23. That's Jonathan Smith. Smith aboard the number 23. And Scotty Edwards aboard the number 74 is going to roll off sixth. Rolling off seventh is Jack Clevenger, your winner here of the C main, so he's got his work cut out for him starting in that seventh position. Christopher Miller rolls off eighth. Ninth is going to be Brandon Indigo in the number 67 machine. And outside of him will be the 199 of Sean Bowers. And shotgun on the field here. 11 cars we called for, 11 cars we got out there. That's Chevy Coleman, the last transfer from the C main.
Yeah, and you know the cool part about this, Todd? 11-car field. Guess how many cars go on into the A main? Just throw a guess out there.
Let me be willing to bet 11 cars.
11 of 11. It's just a test and tune for 12 laps of these guys. They all advance their way in. Not exactly sure what, as Todd says, position battle for starting position in the A. I like that, Todd. That's a way to look at it there, and maybe not a test and tune. Maybe a way to better your chance against the best. Off of 4, green flag going to go in the air. B main racing underway here. David Flick and Jeffrey Herrick going to lead the field off of 2.
Yeah, the number 56 leads the charge down the back straightaway here into turn number 3 already. As David Flick leads the charge, like you said, already crashing by that start-finish line. We have one lap complete. Look at the 39 diving down to the bottom, catfishing. The 39 machine of Julia Inman in the number 39 machine. 39 machine. Down on the bottom side, the 49 up top of Jeffrey Herrick in the number 49 machine, working over the top side. So a lot of these guys go to battle here to try to get a better spot, better starting position here in the A main, but we have 10 laps to go. You don't want to wreck your car. You don't want to start dead last in the A main, do you, Phil?
Nope, you just want to kind of keep it clean. I just want to make it out in one piece and, get the best starting spot I can. David Flick out there leading Jeffrey Herrick there on the outside of Julian Inman, the 39 there. They're racing for second. Dylan Hutchinson running fourth. Jonathan Smith back there fifth. Scotty Edwards, Jack Clevenger, Chevy Coleman, Christopher Miller, Brandon Ego, Sean Bowers, your 11-car field here. We know they'll race into the A. It's a matter of where they start from here, and David Flick is leading the field, and looks like so far so good, but Jeffrey Herrick has cleared that Inman car for that number 39, so can Herrick chase down our current race leader?
Definitely going to see if the 49 machine can chase down David Flick. The 39 is still running in third. Fourth is Dylan Hutchinson, Jonathan Smith, Jack Clevenger in the number 25 machine already works his way up to the sixth position. Now battling with the number 74, Scotty Edwards. So that's a battle for that sixth spot. As Clevenger down on the bottom side of 23, also battling right there for the third spot. Also, the 23 being Jonathan Smith. They're trying to get around the number 49. It's Dylan Hutchinson already up to third. So a lot of changing going on throughout the field, Phil. We got 4 laps to go.
4 laps remaining. They're almost 3 wide back there with Inman, Hutchinson, Herrick, Jonathan Smith back there. Scotty Edwards on the outside looking into that battle as well. Good 4-car battle for third on back. As up front, David Flick is leading the field. Inman now running in second. Can he chase down our race leader? David Flick is next time by here at Todd. We're already going to see white flag on the racetrack for car number 56. Our current race leader at the white flag is going to be David Flick. Julian Inman in for second. All before this time, white flag goes in the air as I was a turn too soon there. Dylan Hutchinson in for third, Smith for fourth, Herrick for fifth. Down the back chute for the final time into turn number 3 and 4. Give our B main to David Flick in the 56 car. Julian Inman in for second. Third will be Dylan Hutchinson, Jonathan Smith fourth, Jeffrey Herrick fifth, Scotty Edwards, Jack Clevenger, Chevy Coleman, Christopher Miller, Brandon Ego, and Sean Bowers, your 11-car field for the B main. They're all going to shoot their way into the A.
As it looks like we're going to have about a 5-minute warm-up for these guys to get the bells and whistles worked out. For those who have been sitting around there for a tad bit, already qualified into the A main here, Phil, they're going to get it all worked out, see if they're going to make any last-minute changes to their setups here this evening. 360 sprint car racing action. I do believe we have the point standings as they sit right now. And yes, we do. Dylan Hutchinson aboard the top of the point standings. Jeff Fitzpatrick running second in points there. Chris Fitzpatrick not here this evening. Tyler Curtis also not here. I do not see him here in the field either, Phil. So a lot of these guys not here in the field here. They raced last week, Not here tonight, but Dylan Hutchinson having a good run here tonight. He is your current points leader, so you can take a minute and look up and down the point standings.
Hey, race fans, are you an owner of a mid-capital business? Have you thought about a capital partner or even selling your business? Call the Baker Group M&A Consultants. Have 30 years of experience in serving clients with no upfront or retainer fees whatsoever. They are only paid once a deal is complete. This is an excellent opportunity to find out what your business is worth and truly doesn't cost you a dime to do so. So give the Baker Group a call today at 913-451-2900. That's area code 913-451-2900. Thank the Baker Group for sponsoring the racing action at the Sim Addicts Racing League, and ask for Clayton Stiver for more information. Check out the Baker Group M&A Consultants now.
Fantastic there, Phil. Is the Baker Group here, a big sponsor here of Sim Addicts Racing. We're going to throw it down trackside for the playing of our national anthem. Get that out of the way here before our big feature event here at Sim Addicts Racing.
That's right.
Don't say I didn't warn you. I know things no one knows.
Evil One Graphics specializes in iRacing wraps, promo ads, and banners for all your sim racing needs. From a new custom look on the track to a new look for your site, E1G is your place. Want to promote a special event or series for your league? E1G can make that custom promo ad you're looking for. With attention to high detail, great service, and reasonable prices, E1G is here to serve you. Evil One Graphics, they're not only good, they're evil.
CNC Racing Designs, your one-stop shop for an all-new customized iRacing wrap from the best in the business. It don't matter if it's for getting there on the asphalt or where the real men play, down in the dirt. CNC Racing Designs has you covered. Anything from street stocks to sprint cars, stock cars to off-road trucks, custom logos, or just a sweet new sexy ride. Look no further than CNC Racing Designs. Be the best in show while winning all the dough. CNC Racing Designs. Hell yeah. Back here live at the Lanier National Speedway in Brazelton, Georgia, getting ready to go for the Sim Addicts Racing League 360 Sprint Car Series 50-lap main event. 20 of the best 360 sprint car drivers out there at all of iRacing, ready to tackle the 3/8 mile here for a brilliant feature event. So what do you say without further ado, Todd? Let's dive into tonight's starting lineup.
And now, tonight's starting lineup here at Lanier, Sim Racing 360 Sprint Cars, coming here live on Full Velocity TV. Starting on the pole, driving the number 4 machine here tonight, the number 4, Keith Jackson, outside of him, driving the number 37 of Aiden Purdue.
Row number 2 on the inside, car number 41 is Logan Ramsey. The number 72 car, Kyle Moonen, starts P4.
Inside row number 3, starting in the 5th starting position, driving the 128, that's Robert Satterfield. In his dance department outside, driving the 115, that's Eric Tupper.
Car number 714 rolls off in position number 7, that is Brennan Lacey. And alongside of the 269, that's James Grace.
Rolling off into 9th starting position, driving the number 99 machine, that's Seth Cheney. And outside of him, driving the number 56, that's David Fleck.
Number 39 rolls off next. That is Julian Edmond. The 28 of Helen Hutchinson rolls off from 12th. Jonathan Smith, Jeffrey Herrick, Scotty Edwards, Jack Clevenger, Chevy Coleman, Christopher Miller, Brandon Ego, Sean Bowers. That's our 20-car field, Todd. We are already green, already through the completion of lap number 1. Keith Jackson leading the field.
Keith Jackson leading the field, the 41 of Logan Rumsey down to the bottom side by side there momentarily. Rumsey trying to make some headway. They're almost 3 wide, racing off the corner there. Rumsey down to the bottom side there in the 41 machine as Aiden Purdue just blinking out of the screen there. The number 37 machine, we don't know which way he's going to go, but Rumsey right now running in 3rd. Heavy pressure for the 115 of Eric Tupper. Here comes the 128, also Satterfield. Don't count these guys out. Great racing going amongst the top 5.
Sure is, but yellow flag going to come out for the first time now on lap number 4. Yellow, yellow, yellow in our 360 Sprint Car feature event. Round number 2 of Friday Night Lights here live on Full Velocity TV. Caution coming out to the racetrack, and I believe it's going to get is the 56 car of Flick, the 714 of Lacey, or the 72 car of Kyle Moonen. Todd, who's it going to? You make the call here. I think 3 cars may have got a piece of this.
Definitely, Phil, is a 714 involved into this one also with the 56 of Flick. All these guys involved in here, but we're not sure what happened here. Can you call that on Flick? Or can you call it on the 88 machine? We'll have to wait and see what everybody says, or the 99 machine, I should say, who was involved in that one. A lot of flip counts there.
Flip count, never a good thing. I guess in a sprint car we see them more than not, because you're flipping in a stock car. You probably need to reevaluate and probably change your britches. But we're out here under yellow flag here now working. Lap number 6 for the Addicts 360 Sprint Car Series off at turn number 4. We'll go right back to green flag racing. Keith Jackson, Aiden Purdue lead the field through turns number 1 and 2.
Yeah, Keith Jackson and Aiden Purdue all the way back through the field there. Something awry there as he made contact with the outside wall there for a little bit. So number 37 machine, now Logan Rumsey up to 2nd. And then number 41, but the 296 or 269 machine of James Grace working over the bottom side here. Grace now takes over that 2nd spot, and yellow flag going to fly. Almost willing to bet that it is going to be on Kyle Moonen in the number 72 machine, Phil.
Yeah, I thought I saw something going amiss back there with the 72, and I think we even got a little bit of air that time. I could be wrong. I'm not sure what I did see, but I'm sure, Todd, you'll introduce me to what I did miss. What do you got for a replay?
The replay here is there's a lot of cars 3 and 4 wide racing. Man, the 72 was not in the right place at the right time and doing inside wall. A lot of contact there. Also the 67 up and over too. So a lot of guys heavily damaged here on lap 10 of 50. So, man, a lot of smoke coming out of those ones.
Sure is, and I'm trying to just update a story on the number 37 car of Aiden Purdue, and I'm not sure if he just kind of lost connection or whatever happened there, but I think Aiden Purdue may have got abducted by aliens, or I don't know, Todd, something with that connection. And that car hasn't looked right throughout the course of the night, so Aiden Purdue from the outside pole looks like may go 1 lap down, and his night may, for all purposes, may be done. But off of turn number 4, coming to lap number 12, green flag goes into the air. Keith Jackson and James Grace lead the field off turn 2.
Keith Jackson, James Grace off of turn number 2 down into turn number 3. There was a car car sitting on the bottom of 3 and 4 there, Phil, has now left the Speedway. But man, I thought there was going to be one whale of a wreck over there at 3 and 4, but it's the number 4 machine of Keith Jackson showing the way here on lap 13 of 50. Rumsey now in that second spot with James Grace running in third. Fourth is Eric Tupper aboard the 115 machine. Remember, Tupper was running 5th in points there, so he's trying to stay in front of Robert Satterfield in that 128 machine, trying to take over the points lead here. But James Grace working on the bottom here. Rumsey has that preferred groove up top, pushing the cushion next to the wall. Now dives down to the bottom. He sees the 269, has something down there. He's going to see if his car works well down there too.
Yeah, going to feel it out now, and why not? Only 15 laps into a 50-lap feature event. Here comes Logan Rumsey, going to kind of peek it out down low underneath James Grace. Good race going on there for the second spot, all chasing Keith Jackson up front, who's trying to drive away. That good battle between Rumsey and Grace will go on. Tupper there running in the 4th spot. This is a really good race going on. Rumsey now going to drive away, but Grace going to dive back to the low side. Maybe some sliders being thrown here tonight at Lanier.
And that's how it goes. It's letting Eric Tupper right into the fray there in that 115 machine. Nice battle going on, like you said, between Logan Rumsey and James Grace. Grace working over the bottom, catfishing it on the bottom. And then you got the 41 up tight towards the wall, pushing the cushion, running the high side, hustling it around there, trying to make something happen down the front straightaway. These guys still side by side, so great racing going on for that second spot. As meanwhile, Eric Tupper just sitting right there in 4th. Robert Satterfield running in that 5th spot. Yellow flag going to fly once again here, Phil. I'm not sure who's involved in this one. We're going to look and see. But a lot of cars laps down. Maybe Jonathan Smith involved in this one.
That was my guess. I think it was either him or it could have been the 39 car of Julian Inman. They were both back there as well, but I think, just by the naked eye that I see here, it might have been the 23 car of Jonathan Smith involved. So I'm sure, Todd, you click on the button. You're going to show me how to do that quicker. What do you got there for the replay?
Well, it looks like he disappears, Phil, right from the screen, and that's when he comes back here in the footage of that one. So not sure what went wrong. Disappears, gone, yellow flag comes out.
Well, it's never good when they disappear, reappear, or whatever, but yellow does come back on the Speedway. Lap number 21 of 50 on the board. Guys trying to put a really good race on. The Sim Addicts doing it out here in a big way tonight. The second part of our Friday Night Lights here for Full Velocity TV. Really sad we saw that Harv 305 Sprint Car Series come to a close here earlier tonight there, Todd, where we crowned Brett Rose the series champion over Eric Tupper, who coincidentally enough, Eric out there in the 115, he'll restart 4th, looking to take over the points lead here of the Sim Addicts 360 series. We're back to green flag racing. Jackson now versus Logan Rumsey for the race league off of 4.
Jackson and Rumsey, here comes the 269 to James Grace down to the bottom side, but Rumsey looking to try to do something with Keith Jackson aboard the 4. Here comes down to the bottom side, sliding it down there, trying to make something stick with that 41 machine, not going to be had through that corner. Back to racing here with the number 4, about two and a half car lengths here as they come down in the front straightaway. Now Rumsey dives down to the bottom once again, gets up alongside him, gets a tad bit loose, and that's going to cause him to lose a bunch of momentum here down the front straightaway.
It sure is. You can see the 4 car of Jackson really getting that good pull off the corner. Is it a matter of the 41 setup not there down low, Todd, or do you think the racetrack may be going away? Because now we see James Grace dive down low, and same song, same dance. He gets down there low, and you just can't complete the pass down there. Is it a matter of that inside lane maybe just not being there, and this lane being topside dominant as we're now 28 laps on the next time by?
I think it became a little bit slick down there. In order to pull something, you're going to pull a slider. James Grace trying to do so in that 269 machine. These guys set up for the top shelf right now. The bottom may come in, and more you beat up that top, you're going to see that slicking off, and then you may see some of these guys roll the bottom. But right now, top side is dominant here so far. Grace trying to make us eat our words, though, Phil, in that 269 machine.
He certainly is, and I'm watching him run that lane, and it's not happening. Would there be any thought to these guys to run even lower down the extreme low lane, even close to the inside wall in this racetrack? Is there anything to gain by going down there? Could there possibly be some grip down there in that flatter surface through the corner?
You definitely got to try something different. These guys all running top, so it's going to be really hard to pass, obviously. You want to try something on the bottom. Maybe going down there might benefit them. But here comes Rumsey down to the bottom. He's trying something too, Phil. So he knows he's got to go somewhere where the 4 is not. And Rumsey down to the corner here. Almost a slider there pulled. He has to get on the brakes. The binders just a tad bit. And you can see these guys get tail happy off it. James Grace pulls the slider low into second, but Rumsey fires back on the outside. He's not going away. Side by side for that second spot. Rumsey up on the top shelf as we have 18 laps remaining.
That is a hell of a race going on for the second spot. Like to take you back to the field, but you don't want to take your eyes away from this. These guys really getting after it good. You got Eric Tupper back there running in fourth. A good battle going on as number 25 of Jack Clevenger has carved his way from deep in the field, starting tonight in 16th. He is up in the top 5. Christopher Miller running in the 6th spot. Seth Cheney, Robert Satterfield, Jonathan Smith, and Chevy Coleman making up your top 10. But now Rumsey going to make a little bit of hiccup there, put James Grace into that second spot. Keith Jackson up front. He's driving away there, Todd. 15 laps remaining. 4-car looks to be in really good shape, but Grace really making it happen down low.
Yeah, Grace got around the 41 of Logan Rumsey. Rumsey messed up just a tad bit, and that's what caused him here to drop like a rock here. Now a little bit behind, almost a full second behind the 269 of James Grace. Eric Tupper still running in that 4th spot. 5th is a battle between Christopher Miller, the 01, and Jack Clevenger. That's a good battle here for the top 5. Is Rumsey now falling into the clutches of those guys as the 115 machine gets around Rumsey too. So Eric Tupper up to 3rd.
Yeah, Rumsey got into the wall there in 3 and 4. Hit it pretty good. Whole right side of the car was off the racetrack. Logan Rumsey, you get off your marks here, Todd. It's really tough to get it back. And even a good driver like Logan Rumsey looks like something broke in that race car. Looks like he's coming to pit road to call it a night. But we have a race for the lead brewing. James Grace has run down Keith Jackson. Now James is going to take his run to the low side. This is a hell of a race there, Todd. Coming up on 10 laps remaining. Jackson so far good, but Grace throwing a slider, can't make it stick. They're going to keep going at it for the lead. This is going to be a great finish to watch.
Definitely going to be a great finish to watch between Jackson and Grace. Maybe even Tupper can get into the fray here, but he's 3.5 seconds back here, so Tupper's going to have something happen for that 115 machine to get up there, but Grace has really chased down the number 4 of Keith Jackson as we're on 10 laps remaining here around Lanier. Can Grace do anything? I think, Phil, he's going to have to pull a slider. The number 4, Jackson, not giving up the top shelf of the Speedway. And that's where Grace is going to have to make it down on the bottom.
Absolutely right. We have to keep an eye on that. That race for 3rd, a good one, Todd, is Christopher Miller, Eric Tupper, and Jack Clevenger back there. Looks like the 25 at 115 may have made a little bit of contact. The 01 of Christopher Miller, who started deep in the field, now up to 3rd as caution. Caution flag on the Speedway now on lap number 43. Going to bunch the field all back up, and this is going to bring a whole different sort of contenders back up front. It looks like this one may have got, I want to say, is it Seth Cheney's 99 car that may have brought out this most previous yellow flag now working lap number 44.
Definitely was Seth Cheney, and he drove right into the wall there and tried to pull the old DTR2 move that Knoxville, Phil. Ride the wall in the fence, you're extremely fast. That does not work here at iRacing. I'm here to tell you here. As Cheney takes the ride on the wall, gets it back on all 4 wheels, but that's not good for the number 99 machine.
Going back to DTR2 there, and I think I tried that once, and I don't think I fared so well. I tried that in 2003 once too, and I flew around the racetrack about 20 times, but that's a whole nother day and a whole nother tale that we can talk about one day. But we're getting ready to go for a restart here, Todd, and we're under 5 laps remaining. A really great race between Keith Jackson and James Grace, but now you bring Christopher Miller in, Jack Clevenger. Those guys have come from deep in the field. They came from the C main. Eric Tupper running 5th. Robert Satterfield. Jonathan Smith is rebounded. That's the top 7 getting ready to come back to a restart. I can't wait to see how this is going to end. Green flag going to go back in the air. Jackson versus Grace going to battle for a lead now off of 2.
Yeah, with 4 laps remaining, here comes Jackson down to the bottom side here. Or on the top shelf, here comes Christopher Miller down to the bottom side. He gets around James Grace, put Christopher Miller to that second spot in that tracker machine at 01 as Grace goes to the top shelf here immediately, trying to get his spot back here. As yellow flag going to fly, this race is unfortunately going to end under yellow here tonight, Phil. Tough break for the guys here at Addicts Racing. Good break there for Keith Jackson. Nobody actually going to be able to take the lead away from him unless he maybe runs out of fuel in that number 4 machine. But Christopher Miller, James Grace, Eric Tupper, Robert Satterfield going to round out your top 5 here tonight, Phil. And man, we don't like to see these things end under yellow. We really wish that iRacing would actually fix it so the yellow flag laps did not count. maybe coming sooner or later. I did not see anything on this most recent build, but maybe soon in the future. We can always hope.
We can always hope for that, of course. And it looks like this yellow was for Jack Clevenger. So off at turn number 4 on lap number 50. Yellow and checkered flag will go on the field, and it's going to be car number 4 of Keith Jackson. Going to bring this thing to victory lane over Christopher Miller, James Grace, Eric Tupper, and Robert Satterfield. Going to be your top 5. Is that yellow and the checker. Good to see a 4-car to victory lane. Almost made that happen, 2 nights ago, Todd, my number 4. But great to see a 4-car win. It's going to be Keith Jackson. He's your big winner tonight in Lanier.
Yeah, definitely a good race here for Keith Jackson. A little bit mired by yellows here tonight. And last week was mired by a few yellows too there, Phil. But these guys did a fantastic job trying to get around Lanier. It looked like it got a little bit slickery here tonight. And that's what caused a lot of the issues for some of these drivers. Maybe not ready for the slipperiness of Lanier. So tongue twister, we're going to get ready. We're going to get locked and loaded here. Go over to Discord for a moment here and get our top 3, maybe our top 3. Last week, I think we really got the top 2 there, Phil. So maybe the top 3 here this week. And great racing going on here at Addicts Racing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it over here to the Sim Addicts Discord channel for our post-race show here live on Full Velocity TV, and we'll catch up with our top 3. Todd will go to victory lane and talk to tonight's big winner, Keith Jackson, and we'll run down here and talk to our 2nd and 3rd place finishers. And first, we'll find the driver of the 269 as he unstraps James Grace in car number 269. James, tremendous race for you guys here tonight. For a little while there, I thought you had a car that maybe was able to run down Keith. Just not enough green flag laps to make it happen. Could you have done so?
I did have a good car, and I was giving it one heck of a shot. Keith was hooked up, and he was moving, and then that last yellow came out, and I was kind of hoping to just settle into 2nd and let it cruise. And unfortunately, with that yellow starting on the outside, makes it really hard to keep that 2nd place position. But Christopher and me definitely battled it out for that last 2 laps I think we got.
Yeah, you guys put one heck of a race on there to finish that one out. But I got to ask you about the racetrack and the surface, more importantly. A lot of these guys were drifting up to the high side of the racetrack, making a grip, but your car seemed to come to life down low. You did a lot of your work. What was in your car? What was it in the setup or something in the racetrack you found that really got your car down there low where other guys just couldn't make their cars maneuver down?
A lot of it's in my setup. I did find a gear that I really like. It lets the car kind of sit on the rev limiter. It gets you about the most speed you can get without any tire spin. So that's kind of why I keep it down there, is you're running less distance, and it seems to.
Well, they say the shortest way around is always the fastest. And tonight, James, you do a great job there. Had a good run, started 8th in your feature event, ends up in the 3rd spot. That's a good night of racing for you, brother. I'm going to give you the mic one final time here live on Full Velocity TV. We're live out there on Facebook Live. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch TV. So anybody out there to say hello to, friends, family, or sponsors, my friend, the floor is all yours to take it away and give them all a shout.
I'd like to give a shout out. I always say hello to my grandmother, Susan. She always likes to watch my races. My friend Renee is tuning in tonight, giving me a watch. My buddy Alan, my usual fans that watch, my Uncle Rob. As far as my sponsors go, I just have my team Highside Racing, Vortex Optics, MSI Computers, and Grace Productions. If anybody ever is looking for a video for their driver skills, check it out.
I love it. There you go, folks. Check him out. That's car number 269. James Grace finishing up tonight here, position number 3. So great job to him. We'll take a little walk down here. We find Christopher Miller sitting alongside car number 01. And this is a guy, Chris, all the way back from the 18th position to finish up P2. God, tell us about that drive. That was pretty good there.
Yeah, it was. I had my work cut out for me tonight. It was. I had to go through the C, through the B, and starting in the back of the feature. It was definitely a work, and being able to work the bottom and through the slick and stuff. It was. I was able to make some good time down.
You really did. And it wasn't a case of passing them where they ain't, because as we said, there a lot of guys seem to have their car work up high. They couldn't find grip in the middle. Like your car, just like James, you found something down low that worked, and you put it down there and found some really good success. Sometimes I guess you just got to go where they ain't to make some ground.
Yeah, over in Driven Motorsports, we got the mad scientist Scotty Edwards working on setups and stuff, and he was able to get it dialed in for me just how I like driving it. And as the track slickened up a lot more throughout the race, I was able to get after and be a little bit more aggressive when they were struggling up top there.
Well, Chris, you did a hell of a job from coming from 18th all the way up to second. I would have loved to see this thing stay green to see if you had a chance to chase down the 4 car. Keith was good. I don't think he was unbeatable, though. You guys really had good cars running. So, Chris, just like I did with James, we're out there live tonight. We're Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch TV. So I'll pass you the mic, and whoever you got to say hello to, take it away.
I'd like to thank all my fans, everybody watching, my girlfriend Chelsea for watching and letting me do this for my hobby. I'd like to thank Driven Motorsports for being on their team. It's an amazing team. Sim Addicts for hosting this. I'd just like to congratulate my teammate Keith Jackson on winning it tonight. And we got a 1-2 for Driven Motorsports.
That's a good night right there, folks. If you're on a team getting a 1-2, great job tonight. Car number 01, Christopher Miller, ends up there in the second spot. But Todd, he's got a happy teammate in victory lane. And you know how affectionate I am about that car number 4. Keith Jackson in victory lane with Todd.
Yeah, down here in victory lane with the driver of the number 4 here this evening, Keith Jackson. Keith, you had a fantastic car here tonight. You showed it. You started up front. You led the laps. You bring home the victory here tonight. Tell us about your race here. It looked like it started going away just maybe a tad bit towards the end of that one.
Yeah, it's slicked off pretty good there up top. The shorter runs, it wasn't too bad, but the longer runs, once they showed me that the bottom line was running, I started getting a little nervous there. But for the most part, just kept the hammer down, and Scotty Edwards works hard on these setups over here at Driven, and he's a man. And obviously, you could see what he could do with Miller running from 18th to second. So that's why we call him the mad scientist. He makes these cars work like they're supposed to.
Well, definitely a fantastic race for the Driven team here tonight. One of the sponsors here is Sim Addicts. So great to see you guys finish 1-2 here tonight and doing a fantastic job, like I said. So tell us about some of the early cautions. I tell you, does the track change that much? It seems like when you go back to green, it seems like the track, after you guys have just paced around there, changes it just a little bit. And it seems like it throws some monkey wrenches into some of these guys' schemes.
Yeah, sometimes when you get to, I get to playing with the wing on the caution, and that usually always ends up messing me up. As I think, how the track's gonna be a little bit slicker, so I'll pull it back, and then I go find in the turn 1 there, and I usually wall it. So I don't know necessarily if it really changes that much under yellow. Just kind of just really more throwing you out of your rhythm, more than anything. I think that's what the main thing is there.
All right, Keith, as we're accustomed to here on Full Velocity TV, picking up your first ever win here on Full Velocity TV. I'm going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. We'd like to thank you tonight.
Yeah, we like to thank Scotty Edwards over here at Driven, building all these setups. Like thank Jeremy Freeman at Sim Addicts for putting this on, and really all the guys here at Driven. Just a cool group to run with, cool group to talk to through the evenings while we're running. So big shout out to them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the feature win here tonight is Sim Addicts, the 360 Sprint Cars Lanier Speedway. Driver of the number 4 machine, Keith Jackson, taking down the win. And these Driven Motorsports guys, Phil, showing the way around here tonight is Sim Addicts. Fantastic job by those guys. Fantastic job by the drivers here this evening. It was a great show.
Yeah, it certainly was. You see the setups there. They call him the master, the wizard, Scotty Edwards, and he certainly gave these guys really good pieces. And Good to see those guys go 1-2. Keith Jackson here in Victory Lane tonight, here live on Full Velocity TV. So glad you kind of all come for a ride here tonight as part of our two for a Friday Night Lights. Sad to see this one come to an end, but this was an awesome night of racing. Got to thank Hard Motorsports. Got to thank the Sim Addicts. Got to thank our group behind us. Got to thank all the group at Full Velocity TV. Martin Karch for graphics, Josh Smith for cameras, Jack Chewin on controls, Charles Wooten for all his help behind the scenes, Ronnie Wayne Scott, Ron Piles. Ron, we're thinking of you as you're out there with your dad going through some stuff. So we're thinking of you guys, hearts and prayers with you. Got to thank my brother Todd here alongside the absolute best in the business here. Full Velocity TV going to sign off for the night. Imagine we get a Saturday night off. Tomorrow night we get to take a night off, reprogram and rewind, because coming up on Sunday, a full night of racing indeed. We start the night over at Stars on Dirt, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Then we take a stroll over to Dirt Warrior Racing for Sunday night shootout racing. That comes away about 8:15 Sunday night, and then we headline the night over at Grassroots Racing Series. So a full triple header coming up Sunday. Of course, come over to our Facebook page, Full Velocity TV, for our full schedule and to keep up to date on what's going on here in our world. So thanks to all our crew. Thanks to all the guys that make that possible. Thanks to all our fans out there for watching another great night of Full Velocity TV. We'll see you next time. Say night, Todd.
Good night.
Night, Todd. Go sleepy sleep, Todd. Night.